Reading Fightin' Phils fans, we are back in action here at FirstEnergy Stadium for game number 3 of the 6-game set. Thank you all so much for joining me on the air. Emily Messina here with you today as the Reading Fightin' Phils take on the Portland Sea Dogs. Yesterday they dropped the contest 5-2, although a great game by Victor Santos out of the gate. And then Rodolfo Duran, another 2-hit day at the plate, a home run and a double, the same thing he had on Tuesday. That'll bring up his home run count to 5 on the season with about a month and a half on the IL. So excited to see him come back into the game, although he gets the night off tonight in favor of Jack Conley behind the plate. And it will be Francisco Morales on the mound for the Reading Fightin' Phils. His last 4 appearances have been tremendous. Been really exciting to watch, obviously, as a part of that no-hitter and just putting up some really great numbers. We'll look to see him go at least 5, if not 6, out of the gate today, and he is going to face off against Cutter Crawford, that's Cutter with a K, who's been pretty successful on the season, holding batters to a 190 average. So the Fightins are going to have to put up some numbers today if they want to take some game number 3. But as we get ready to get underway, the Fightin' Phils will come out to take the field after the meeting at the plate wraps up. We're going to throw it down onto the field for today's national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. We invite elected military and all veterans to please salute the flag. And now, please welcome Josiah Taylor, who will perform our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Josiah Taylor.
Well, one of the coolest national anthems we've heard this summer, as a electric guitar heads out onto the field. We will thank that national anthem player in just a minute, but now heading out to the field is Francisco Morales starting off his warm-up pitches. He'll be throwing at Jack Conley today as Duran, as I said before, getting the day off. A friendly face out in left field, it's Grenny Kumana, who was here back in 2019, released by Philadelphia, and then re-signed just a couple of weeks ago, spending some time just getting ready in the FCL, and back to AA he goes. Put up some pretty good numbers for the Fightins back in 2019. We'll get into that a little bit later. Bonifacio taking over at center, Steven shifting to right today. Over at third, Archimedes Gamboa getting the start at the hot corner. Bryson Stott and Brito remaining the middle infielders, with Madison Stokes over at first. It is Edwin Jimenez who will be calling the balls and strikes behind the plate, as Tanner Moore shifts to third and Jonathan Biarretta over at first. Warm today here at the ballpark as we are minutes away from first pitch. It is hot, but not as humid as it's been in the past. 88 degrees here at FirstEnergy Stadium right now, though, is a little bit of wind. 8 miles an hour, and it's going out to center field, which you know what that means at America's Classic Ballpark. We are in for a show tonight, probably by both teams, as high home run hitting teams. Morales has been known to give up a few, as does Cutter Crawford. But leading things off today is going to be Rosario. And Jason heading up to the plate here. He'll draw something in the dirt near the plate. Not sure what it is. And he'll head up to the batter's box. Francisco Morales, the righty, kicks and fires. Here's the first pitch. It is a foul ball coming in at 7:05 p.m. right on the money here at FirstEnergy Stadium. It's a strike to start things off for Morales. And a ball just coming in a little bit low. So we talked about Morales' no-hitter back on June 3rd. He went 6 innings of work. Obviously no hits, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. 9 is his highest for the season, as Rosario sends it sky high, coming over Kumana, and he'll make the catch and left. His first out here as he returns to Double-A baseball, his first start today in the lineup, although he was added to the roster on Tuesday. Landed in Philadelphia, I want to say about 5:30 or so. So giving him a little time to adjust as Pedro Castellanos comes in with an out. But last game that he pitched in, Morales, he went 5 innings of work, just 6 hits and 2 earned runs. He got the win there, so he's 2-7. And Morales' first offering is in the dirt. Lights are on here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Just a little cloudy overhead, but nothing too bad. And another ball coming in from Morales. Castellanos yesterday with a hit and a sacrifice fly to right. Good baseball all around by both teams yesterday. We've really seen some elite talent these past few days. This one's going to be popped up behind the plate into the stands. A bunch of the people are going for it. It bounces over the seats, and a little kid's looking for it. Oh, and he's going to go grab it. Looks pretty excited there as he's got a foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Castellanos. He'll chase. Will he go around? No. And it is 3-1. Morales known for his high strikeout count, inducing a lot of swing and misses and some hard contact. Can result in lineouts as Castellanos fouls one off. It is a full count here. Morales trying to get it through the first inning clean. A 6.55 ERA in the first, which is typically, if he can get through there, he'll be solid. And he comes home, the payoff pitch, a liner. It's going to drop in the gap as Bonifacio chases it off the wall. Here's the throw in, and it's off the line as heading to second is Castellanos, a double. Now with a out for Tristan Casas. Infield backing up now for Casas. He's been an absolute star in this series. Tuesday, he had a home run. And then yesterday, another one as well that bounced off of the top of the billboards up in right field. And if they weren't there, that would have for sure ended up out on the road. He'll take a called strike. Casas actually bilingual, which is why we sometimes see him go out for the meetings at the mound. He is Cuban. His grandparents are from Cuba. They speak Spanish, so his dad speaks Spanish as well. And so he really appreciates his cultural background and proud to support that culture as he takes a strike. It's 0-2 here now. Morales looks forward. Here's the offering. A called strike 3. Casas out on 3 straight pitches, and Morales gets 2 now here with a runner on second. It'll be Devlin Granberg.
The right fielder, number 59, Devlin Granberg.
Granberg chops it foul, and it's 0-1. Castellanos out on second after doubling. Daniel Brito's holding him on. The second baseman today obviously can't cross over second, but they don't want Castellanos to take a big lead at all. The Portland Sea Dogs have taken the lead first in both of these games, and they have not relinquished it at all. 0-2 now as Granberg pops one into the stands. Nice attendance here at the ballpark today. A hot summer day here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Where better to spend it than at America's Classic Ballpark? Morales sets up on the rubber, trying to get the final strike to get out of the top of the first. And he'll do it as Granberg goes down swinging. The Sea Dogs strand a runner on second. And no score as we go into the Fightin's home half here in the bottom of the first.
The Reading Fightin-filled birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit ReadySetReadBerks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support.
Visit ReadySetReadBerks.org to learn more. And thank you to Customers Bank for supporting this worthwhile cause.
Leading off for the Orphils, the second baseman, number 12.
Well, it is the Fightin's turn to bat here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Morales gave up a hit in the first, but stranded the runner on second after a pair of strikeouts, a big out pickup. And the Fightin's will go scoreless into the bottom half. Of course, they'll lead it off with their same 5. Brito, Stop, Bonifacio, Stokes, and Steven. We love to see that consistency there in the lineup. And backing up Cutter Crawford is Castellanos in left, Rosario in center, and Granberg in right. As he kicks and fires home, it's 1-1. Fitzgerald over at third today, while Williams shifts to shortstop. We've seen him at second mostly, and that'll bring in Tanner Nishioka at second. First time we're seeing him in this series as Brito fouls one back. And Casas will remain at first for this last day that he'll be in town before he goes to prepare for the Olympics in Tokyo, representing Team USA. And it's a called strike 3 to Brito. He's in disbelief as Jimenez will send it back to the dugout. And that will be one away now for Bryson Stott. Called strike into Stott. He's on a hit streak here, 4 games. He's reached base successfully with a hit. The Fightin' Phils are out in their back and black jerseys today, swinging a miss. Some high heat from Cutter Crawford makes it 0-2. So of course the black R-Train jerseys and the home white pants with the black cap. The Fightins are on the front. This one bounces in the dirt. It's 1-2. And the Sea Dogs are in their road grays today. Black Sea Dogs cap with the red brim. And I'm a big fan of these throwback black R-Train jerseys and the whole look, the identity in and of itself, as Stott stays alive, fouling it back, 1-2. Infield back deep here to Bryson Stott. The righty kicks and fires Stott, fouls it back into the net, and will go again. His family here in the stands today supporting him. They've traveled all the way from Las Vegas to spend some time in Reading, catch up with their son and catch a ball game. And here's the pitch again, fouled off, this time into the 67 club up the third base line. Lots of families, wives, girlfriends out in attendance this week. I think with the back-to-back homestands, it made it a little bit easier to have some people in town. You know, you're not on the run, you can really settle in. As Stott will pop this one up to left field. Castellanos coming in, he'll make the catch. That's out number 2.
The center fielder, number 29.
Here's Jorge Bonifacio. Yesterday, he reached 40 hits as he had a single and an RBI double. And he was talking to me yesterday before the game about how all it takes is one at-bat to get back into it. Yesterday, he had 2 at-bats that got him back into it, so we'll see how he follows today. But I really just love his mentality as he sends it sky high. Nishioka coming a couple steps on the outfield grass. He'll make the catch. 3 up, 3 down here for Cutter Crawford as we go scoreless into the top of the second. Stick around. We'll be right back with some more baseball.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever. and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fighting Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Now batting for the Sea Dogs, the designated hitter number 5, Hudson Potts.
Well, we go into the top of the second after a pretty quiet first on either side. Morales 15 pitches, Crawford 12 to get out of the first inning. And it's Hudson Potts who's the designated hitter tonight after playing third. The last 2 nights he'll take a ball upstairs from Morales. And he'll hold off on a call to strike. Shadows starting to creep onto the ballpark as the infield shaded and the outfield in the sun. Although with the clouds today, we'll pretty much see that shifting the entire time until the sun sets at around 8:30. Or more specifically, 8:32 here in Reading, Pennsylvania. If you're listening from there, but about the same for everyone on the East Coast as Potts takes a pitch downstairs. Morales featuring a fastball, slider, and change, and gets a fastball there. 3 balls, 2 strikes now as it's a full count here to Potts. Usually see him use his slider to get guys to chase, which helps induce a lot of swing and a miss, but he'll walk Potts here with a pitch just a little too high, and there's a runner on and nobody out for Johnny Pareda. It's the first time we'll be seeing Pareda today. He is the catcher today. We've seen Baldwin and Roldani, but he and Hernandez have been flip-flopping between the catcher and DH, but they have had a couple roster moves today as Baldwin hit the IL. He's going to go to the Olympics, and so did Joey Meneses. And then Matthew Kent was sent up to AAA Worcester today. They've added 2 players on the list, Zach Skellinger. He was on the injured list for most of the season since back in early May. And Oscar Rangel from the developmental list. 1 strike to Pareda. This is the first time that we're seeing him. And he takes a pitch downstairs. 25 years old, out of Venezuela. Played some baseball at the University of Tennessee. Morales will turn his body to look back at the runner. Since he is a righty, can't really get a good look. And he'll come home a chopper foul. He's been with the Cubs before, but was traded to the Red Sox back in 2020. And kind of a similar situation to Kumano, was released and then re-signed and got the invite to spring training. But he's going to go down on strikes as he chases one of those sliders from Morales. And there's one out here and a runner on first now for Fitzgerald. Morales spending some time getting the sign from Connolly. This could be two. Stokes to Stott over back to first, and they can't get him, as outrunning it is Fitzgerald, but they'll get the lead runner. A little bit of miscommunication there on who was covering first. Morales came over, and so did Stokes, came back. And they catch the ball, but running it out was Fitzgerald. And so there will still be a runner on first, but now there'll be 2 outs. And important to get the lead runner there. And here is Tanner Nishioka now for the first time in this series. Nishioka spending 2019 in Salem. 26-year-old out of Honolulu, Hawaii. And he'll send one deep to center field, backing up Bonifacio. Should be playable. He'll make the catch. A couple steps in front of the warning track. And again, the Sea Dogs strand a runner on first, but there's nothing they can do here as they fail to score in the top of the second.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones, plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with FirstEnergy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phil's players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
About a nice round of applause for the first packing Crazy Hot Dog Vendor.
Well, after the Crazy Hot Dog Vendor, middle of the second, as we do every day here at FirstEnergy Stadium, it is going to be Madison Stokes who will lead us off in the bottom of the second. Scoreless between these two teams. Morales just letting up one hit on the opposite side and a walk. And the Fightin still looking for their first as Stokes takes a called strike from Crawford. Stokes has really settled into this clean-up spot for the Fightins. Crawford has been going about 4 to 6 innings of work a time, kind of variant depending on his outings. Last one, though, 6 innings of work, 3 hits, 2 runs, and struck out 10, a quality start as he gets Stokes to take 2 strikes. It's 1 and 2. And he sends one high up, so it is 2 and 2. Against lefties, sees a lot of less success than righties, batting .237 as Stokes strikes out swinging. That is his second strikeout of the day here now, and with one away, it is Josh Stephen.
The right fielder, number 10, Josh Stephen.
Crawford attended Indian River State College and then transferred to Florida Gulf Coast University, and he was extremely successful there. Basically, his stats on the mound were the second highest of any person that's ever pitched for FGCU. And you know who he's second to? It's Chris Sale, who played there as Steven sends one high in the sky. Kind of to no man's land coming in Rosario, though, and he's able to come in enough to make the catch in shallow center field. That's out number 2 here for Archimedes Gamboa. And Chris Sale actually rehabbing. He's set to make a rehab appearance for the Portland Sea Dogs out in Maine next Tuesday. So that'll be really exciting as he's on the road to recovery. He'll get a stint in Double-A, and these former Eagles will be able to talk about the good old days. Crawford kicks and fires to Gamboa, a called strike. Gamboa also has a on-base streak for the last 4 games yesterday with a walk and reaching on an error. He takes another called strike. He's down 0-2. Working quickly is Cutter Crawford now. And Gamboa's going to send this one into center field. It's going to drop as Rosario slides for it. It's going to head all the way to the wall. Gamboa hustling around second. He's definitely going to take third. He's going to be waved home by Sean Williams. Is this an inside the park? Here's the throw. He does it! Fans, history. Archimedes Gamboa with an inside the park home run. And I am in disbelief. Rosario dove for it, actually slid for it. It went underneath his glove all the way to the wall, and Gamboa hustling around first, second, third. He'll dive at home, and the throw up the line, folks. I can't even believe what I just saw. An inside the park home run to start it off here, the scoring for the Fightin' Phils. I have never seen one of those in my life, and I gotta say, that was exciting. Wow. A big congrats there to Gamboa for an inside the park home run. And with 2 outs, the Fightin' Phils fans are energized now as Grenny Kumana will see his first at-bat for the Reading Fightin' Phils since 2019. Two balls to Kumana. He'll get a grounder to Williams at short. Across the diamond, the throw is up the line, but the tag is made by Cassis. And that will do it here in the bottom of the second, but not before. An inside the park home run from Archimedes Gamboa makes the score 1-0 Reading Fightin' Phils as we go into the third. Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at FirstEnergy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Now batting for the Sea Dogs, the shortstop number 51, Grant Williams.
Well, 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 Reading Fightin' Phils fans, you were in for a piece of history last night. If you didn't get to see that, MILB TV is free for the next 10 days. Go on, make an account, log in, go back in time, and watch the Inside the Park home run for Archimedes Gamboa. And so the Fightin' Phils have a 1-0 lead. As Morales comes back for another inning of work, he'll have some runs in his favor, and he gets Williams to foul one back, so he's got an 0-2 count. And I'm looking in my game notes because I know I have the last time it happened for an inside the park home run. Here it is, hit an inside the park home run. May 14th, 2014, Anthony Hewitt versus New Hampshire. And so the last time an inside the park happened for the Fightin' Phils was in 2014. That is, what's that, 7 years ago? That's pretty crazy, and to get one at our home park is pretty awesome as well. Morales kicks and fires a ground ball. Stokes backhands it at first, a little toss over to Morales, and he'll make the play, and that'll retire the first out here. Lots of claps from the fans. They are pretty excited as we go back to the top of the order with Jason Rosario. Pitch on the inside pushes Rosario back. Wynn pushing out to center field as Rosario chases the pitch. It's 1-1. Infielders are back except for Gamboa, who's in a little bit at third. The front of his jersey all dirty because he slid in at home. And it wasn't as close as I thought it was going to be. The throw kind of in between the mound and the plate. And here's the 2-1 upstairs, so it's 3-1. Chopper foul, and Morales gets himself a full count to work off of. 3 strikeouts for Morales here in just 2 1/3 inning of work. And it's inside, so he'll walk Rosario now, and there'll be 1 on with 1 out for Castellanos. Now, Castellanos had a double in his last game, and so Gamboa with that inside the park home run will technically be listed as a home run, and so that'll be his 6th on the season. And it's kind of a bummer when you look at it in the box. It just looks like a regular home run and can't see that it actually didn't leave the park. Had to do a lot more there than a regular one. But there's a runner on now for Morales with 1 out. And Castellanos at the plate, an 0-1 count. We'll check around the league. No baseball for the major leagues today. The Phillies had a day off. They are coming back from the All-Star game tomorrow. The only scheduled game tonight, a marquee matchup between the Yankees and the Red Sox. But that game was canceled because of some COVID protocols. And so they will not play tonight. The Yankees have actually had a bunch of players test positive, which is pretty interesting because they are 85% plus vaccinated. And so it's interesting that they're having a lot of trouble with that. A couple pitchers, a couple position players. This one's popped up in foul territory. Stokes inches a couple feet to the right of first, and that'll be out number 2.
The first baseman, number 3, Tristan Casas.
And here's Tristan Casas now. And so one of those players, though, was Aaron Judge. And Judge was out at the All-Star game, obviously, playing 2 days ago. And so they're worried about the contract tracing with him and the Red Sox players that were there, and all the other players that were there. So they chose to cancel the game today, and we'll have to see how the rest of the series goes as Casas fouls one back, gets 0-1. So the only games tonight are minor league games. So thanks for tuning in. And it's fouled back again. So Casas with a 0-2 count. And Morales looking to get out of this inning clean. He's allowed a runner on so far in every half, but nothing across. And I wouldn't call it even, traffic on the bases or a stressful inning for him. Just a runner out there, and then he's really remained in control and got the job done. The 0-2, Casas goes down swinging for the second time today, the 4th strikeout here for Morales. And as we go back for more Fightin's at bat, we head into the bottom of the 3rd with a one-run lead.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this. Ooh. So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Colby Fitch.
Colby Fitch is going to start things off. This is our first time seeing him today. He's the designated hitter, and he's got a great at-bat on him, but he's the 3rd catcher. So mainly spend some time in the bullpen, though we did see him in left field in last series. That was exciting, especially for him. He said that was only the first time he's been in the outfield since high school, which is crazy. And he'll take 2 strikes, 0-2. Fightin' Phil's on top, 1-0. Both teams have a hit, but Gamboa's was an inside the park home run, so that gets us where we are right now. And we're in the bottom of the 3rd. As the pitch is upstairs to Fitch, it's 1-2. Fitch and then Jack Connolly, the other catcher, today, will bat in this half inning. And here's the 1-2 from Crawford Fitch takes it to right field, but Granberg is right there, takes a couple steps to his right, and that's out number 1. Tonight's Fan Zone team leaders are presented by Joanna Arias at North Point Bank. It's still Daniel Brito and Bonifacio racking up the accolades as Brito leads in average 291 hits, 65, doubles 14, and triples 4. Bonifacio leading in home runs 12 and RBIs 39. And on the pitching side, a new leader emerges for ERA 270. It is Josh Hendrickson and Brian Marconi with a 270 ERA, and Morales leading in strikeouts. Started with 62. We'll see how many he finishes with today. Conley taking a first pitch ball and a second pitch strike. That's 1-1. So those are tonight's Fan Zone team leaders presented by Joanna Arias at North Point Bank. And he fouls one back into the netting over the T-Mobile stage. Conley takes a called strike on the outside corner. He's ruffling up some dirt. He can't even believe that is strike 3. And he'll have to head back into the dugout now with 2 outs. We'll go back to the top of the order. With Daniel Brito, who struck out looking in his last at-bat. Crawford was on the injured list for about 3 weeks in the middle of June, but since he's come back, he's been pretty lights out for the Sea Dogs. As Brito drops one in front of the left fielder Castellanos, it'll be a base hit for Brito here, his 66th on the season. And they have a runner on now with 2 away for Bryson Stott. The place where Crawford has the most trouble, though, is when there is traffic on the base paths. When there's runners in scoring position, that's where the stress kind of gets to him. A lot cleaner when he can keep it clean. There are some guys who really come in and shine in those stressful moments. Some guys like Brian Marconi who thrive in that situation. But with 1 on and 2 outs, we'll see what the Fightin' Phils can do against Crawford. 1 ball and no strikes to Stott, and he'll send it high in the sky, but it's going to foul off. Brito with a nice lead off of first, coming home to Stott. He's going to send this one onto the roof, and that's a 1-2 count now. The Sea Dogs, no runs on 1 hit. The Fightin' Phils, 1 run on 2 hits here in the bottom of the 3rd. And Brito going over to second, but Stott fouls it back into the net behind home plate, and he'll have to head back to first, although I think he was pretty excited to potentially snag a base. Possibly we'll see it on the next pitch, although Stott down to 2 strikes. Brito has had 3 stolen bases on the season. The team high is 4. That's Gamboa. A couple of guys with 3, but not too many steals as a whole from the entire team. Crawford looks back at the runner on first. Now he sets up, glove at his chest from the stretch, And a chopper off the bat of Stott. Tripping is the first baseman, Casas. And then he's got to get up, get back to first, and the throw from the second baseman, Nishioka, is in time. But that was a hustle play there from Stott, and the Fightin' Phils will strand a runner on first. As we head into the fourth inning, Reading is still up by 1 over the Portland Sea Dogs.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient healthcare on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Now batting for the Sea Dogs, the right fielder, number 59, Devlin Randberg.
Fightins retain their 1-0 lead over Portland, and as we head into the top of the first, it is Devlin Grandberg. And he'll take a swinging strike off of Morales. Now Morales, 43 pitches through 3. Crawford, 40 through 3. So pretty much in the same space, although Morales has a 1-run lead on his end. And Grandberg then Potts and Pareda here in this inning. This one sent to center, and the crack of the bat just not as much of a pop as he would have liked. And coming over just a few steps, Bonifacio, he'll make out number 1 in center. Here's Hudson Potts. Nice crowd here at Reading, America's Classic Ballpark here against the Portland Sea Dogs. A beautiful day at FirstEnergy Stadium. Nothing better to do in the middle of the summer in Reading. And we thank Berks County Commissioners for their contribution and authorization of the funds to help us with the stadium project. So now we have the city and the county in to help us out. We're just waiting for the state. And Morales looking sharp here today, an 0-2 pitch. Here's the 1-2 now. It's sent up, coming over. Stokes on the run. He's going to go into the bullpen, and as he slides on the warning track, he's out of room. Although, great hustle there by Madison Stokes. And again, the 1-2 is a strikeout, swinging 94 on the gun there. A fastball up high by Morales, and that is his 5th strikeout of the game here. And 2 away in the top of the 4th now for Hudson Potts. One ball, no strikes to Pareda here. This one in the dirt, so it'll be 2-0. Infield back deep now as the sky kind of a sepia tone here. A little bit of yellow. Kind of have to squint through it though as the pitch comes out and away. I feel like it's one of those times where it's like, do you wear sunglasses? Do you not wear sunglasses? It's kind of like you're caught in the middle. You're squinting if you don't, but if you wear them, you're like, now it's too dark. I know you all know what I mean. 3 balls, no strikes here from Morales, and he kicks and fires to the catcher. A ball 4. So on 4 pitches, Pareda heads down to first. And with 2 outs and 1 on, here's Ryan Fitzgerald.
The third baseman, number 22, Ryan Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald reached on a fielder's choice. Back in the 2nd, he'll take a strike from Morales, who's really been using his fastball and his curve today. And Fitzgerald slices one down the third base side, but it is foul. So we'll go again with an 0-2 count. Lots of 0-2 counts from Morales today. Looks pretty incredible. He's been going with his change a lot to get strike 3. But he could go down and away with the slider to the lefty bat. Righty kicks and fires home. It's inside. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner on first. There are 2 outs now. And only a run ahead for the Fightin, so they'll look to retain their lead here in the top of the 4th before they get to bat again. And he'll slice it up the opposite way. Ends up in front of the dugout suite, so it's still 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it's a little bit downstairs, so it's 2-2. The wind kind of pushing a little bit harder now out to center field, and I'm surprised we haven't seen anything cross as of yet. And hopefully Morales can get out of this half and get his guys back up to bat. And they might have caught Pareda in a rundown. The fans, I think, saw it first, and so did Stott, but Morales, it's tough with his back to the runner. Pareda was about halfway to second and then realized that Morales wasn't ready to throw, so made his way back. But the fans were like catching him first, and so did Bryson Stott. This one lined into right field, backtracking Steven at the wall. He makes the catch, and another clean inning of work from Morales. 4 zeros up on the scoreboard. And as the Fightins get ready to bat in the bottom of the 4th, we're going to take a short break here at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners.
Now batting for the Art-Phils, the center fielder number 29, Jorge Bonifacio.
Jorge Bonifacio is going to lead us off here in the bottom of the fourth. The Fightins still have a run on the board thanks to that inside the Parker from Gamboa. And Bonifacio fouls one back behind home plate. It's 1-1. And he lines one up the left field side. Going back is Castellanos all the way to the wall, coming around to second with a stand-up double is Jorge Bonifacio to lead us off here in the bottom of the fourth. And Madison Stokes, now the RBI guy of the day, will step up to the plate with a runner in scoring position. Crawford comes home, 2 straight balls. And Stokes putting himself in a really good spot here. Bonifacio out on second. There are no outs here in the bottom of the fourth, and the Fightins would love to get some insurance runs on the board as Stokes sends one into the stands. A good catch by a fan. And the count's 2-1 now. He chases the high fastball upstairs, and it is 2-2. Sun's starting to set here at FirstEnergy Stadium. We're already playing under the lights, but the lighting now a little bit more even all around the field, which, you know, is easier for the players to see high balls in the air or to watch something carry. Coming home, Crawford with the 2-2, and Stokes strikes out swinging for the second time today. And with Steven coming up, there'll still be a runner on second, but now there's 2 outs. Now, we know that lefty bats have a lot more success from Crawford, so I think this is a good opportunity here for Reading. And Steven now up with 1 out, and he sends it to center field. It's not going to be, it might be deep enough to tag as it's caught on the warning track, and Bonifacio is going to go to third. The relay throw not in time. And so Steven does shift Bonifacio to third now with 2 outs. It's Gamboa again. Gamboa, the only run for the Fightins. And it's fouled back. We'll carry it again. One ball, one strike here to Gamboa. He did it before. Let's see if he could do it again. Put the ball into the deep part of the outfield and keep things going for the Fightin' Phils. As they've got a runner on third, they're only ahead by 1 run, which we know, is often not enough. Two balls, 2 strikes here. Gamboa fighting off Crawford here. He's really upping his pitch count in the bottom of the 4th. And Reading can use that as they'll try to go deep into the pen, although a great bullpen for the Sea Dogs. And Gamboa shatters his bat, but it's going to end up right in the glove of the second baseman, Nishioka. And so Bonifacio will be stranded on third. The Fightins don't score, but they still lead by 1 as we go into the top of the 5th.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
It's summer. Time to trade hibernation for liberation. Couch time for tan lines. The sunshine and good times are waiting, so it's time to go the distance in a car you can depend on. Kia, backed by our 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Summer's calling. How will you answer? Kia, movement that inspires. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today for great deals on our exciting lineup of vehicles built for summer.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program refers to a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for warranty details.
Carrier Mechanical provides quality service at an affordable price. The kids, Rudolph's headed back to the BTI mascot autograph booth in Geico of Wireless Infoland. And the moment now for your chance to meet Screwball. And our kids' party is getting underway right now on the T-Mobile Performance stage. And over there now.
Top of the fifth we go. Morales coming out for another inning of work. He's been pretty stellar so far. Just given up 1 hit and 3 walks, excuse me. He'll start with number 8 and 9 in the order and then head back to the top half. It's Tanner Nishioka who's going to start us off. Nishioka went to Pomona Pitzer out in California. Had a couple friends go there. Out of Honolulu, I imagine, you know, a long trip from Hawaii, but definitely a lot easier to go to a school on the West Coast, that's for sure. And he'll poke it the opposite way. It's just foul, so no balls, 2 strikes. A Sage Hen, he bats with kind of an open stance, and he's got a pretty big step, which they say helps with timing. Quick hands and a good bat speed has helped him mid-200s average. He had led Division III home runs at Pomona, which was pretty cool to see, you know, a Division III guy here in AA. Was recruited by Notre Dame, Hartford, pretty big schools, but they had a pre-med program there that he really wanted to go to, and majored in neuroscience. Was going to go to med school until playing professionally became a possibility, which really cool guys that can do both so well. I can imagine how hard of a balance that must have been for him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's battling against Morales here. And he's the kind of guy that can play everywhere, a real utility player. As he sends it foul, the count remains 2-2. And someone that they feel they can really rely on in the Red Sox system. But not a standout prospect, just a really, really consistent player. And they'll turn to him here in game number 3, 2-2. A slow roller over to Stott. He'll send it with a sharp throw to first, and there's out number 1.
The shortstop, number 51, Grant Williams.
And here's Grant Williams now. 0 for 1 with a walk. And the first offering is fouled into the bullpen. The guys scatter over there. And we'll go again. No balls, 1 strike. A slow roller to second. Brito over to first. 2 nice ground ball outs for Morales. Quick and easy. 2 away now in the top of the 5th for Jason Rosario. Now, Morales has allowed a base runner in every inning so far, but has, of course, stranded them all, and we'll see what he can do in this inning if he's able to get out of it clean. This one sky high to the outfield. Should be a 1-2-3 inning on the run. Is Kumana. He'll make the catch, and it will be the first time Morales sits them down in order. So nothing across for the Sea Dogs here in the top of the 5th, and the Fightins will head up to bat in the bottom half with their 1-run lead.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Team up with the best. Please welcome our first PA Junior PA announcer, Chase.
So bottom of the 5th action here in Reading, as Grenny Kumana is going to lead us off. Kumana in his second at-bat here as a Fightin' Phil. So spent some time here in 2019, I said, before getting promoted to AAA, which is the highest level he's been to. But in Reading, a 350 batting average, 301, excuse me, out in Reading. Really, really successful for the Fightins. Loves hitting at America's Classic Ballpark. Had a total of 51 hits, 22 RBIs for the team. And then some success in Lehigh Valley, but tough with the pandemic. Elected free agency in 2020 and then re-signed with Philadelphia in June 13th of 2021. So just about a month he's been with Philadelphia, though spending all that time in Florida doing workouts there, getting some game action in the FCL, and then got the promotion to Reading back on the 13th, so Tuesday. And today's his first game action after settling in. He's made some really good plays out in left field, kind of a utility guy all over the outfield as much as Kumana makes contact just with the tip of his bat, and it will stay 1-2. In his first at-bat, we saw Kumana ground out to short, and we'll see what he can do here against Crawford in the 5th. Once again to shortstop Williams across the diamond. That's out number 2, though. Some nice hustle there by Kumana, although he's retired. And with one away, here's Colby Fitch. The first pitch, Fitch swings on, sends it to left field, shallow left, backing up the shortstop Williams, and he'll make the catch for out number 2 quickly. Here's Jack Conley now in the bottom of the 5th. Downstairs, a called strike now. Takes a pitch a little low. Conley this time struck out looking. Conley steps out after taking a pitch in the dirt. He's going to take some swings here. And then head back up into the righty batter's box. Crawford would like another baseball. He'll throw that one aside. Nice crowd here in the main grandstand, those general admission seats, and in the group areas today. Crawford comes home, a called strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Now, I'm not exactly sure what went on in the middle of the fifth, but I did see Wimberly the manager of the Sea Dogs, talking with all of the umpires. Seemed possibly a little heated, though nothing came out of it. I'm not sure what the topic of conversation was, since they had gotten out of the inning cleanly. I don't know if it was maybe a called strike that he didn't like, although the inning ended on a fly ball. But Conley will go down swinging to end the fifth. The Fightin still up by 1, though not much action. This has turned into a real pitcher's duel here at FirstEnergy Stadium. And as we go into the sixth, Reading still leads by 1.
The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mao Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager at FirstEnergy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Well, we're into the sixth here, and it's been a pretty low-key game so far. Morales now on 71 pitches has allowed just 1 hit on the board, and Crawford on 67 pitches has allowed 3 hits and 1 run. That's it on either side. Morales a couple of walks, but he's been pretty clean on the mound as he's really tapped into some good stuff starting in the middle of June and has continued it here. The first pitch, a ball to Castellanos. Down on one leg is Connolly. This one sent up into the sky, back to Bonifacio in center, and he'll track back a couple steps and make an easy out, 1 away. Here's Tristan Casas 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. First offering coming in just outside. The Iron Pigs trail the Bison 4-2, although they've scored those two in the top of the fourth. We're still in there, and they've got a runner on first, a Mickey Moniak home run. Plated Guthrie there for those 2 runs. Jersey Shore has a 4-0 lead over Brooklyn, and they are in the top of the fifth, though the bases are loaded now with Blue Claws, so possibly see them score some more runs. Only 1 out in that half inning as Morales sends in a strike. It's 2-1 here to Casas. And in Clearwater, they lead Dunedin 1-0 as Casas takes a second pitch strike. And pitching in today's game was Mick Abel. 3 innings of work, just 1 hit, and he struck out 5 in 3 innings, which is pretty impressive. And this one sent up into the sky. Coming over, Gamboa, he'll be in foul territory, but it's going to land in the stance. And Casas will continue his bat. So Phillies prospects doing really well as of late. A lot of great accolades in around the leagues, which has been pretty incredible. Chopper foul again from Casas. He'll stay alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 6th pitch of the at-bat. And as I mentioned before, no major league games going on tonight, so appreciate you tuning in to some nice minor league games at the ballpark. And he takes it just inside. A full count here from Morales, trying to get one of the best hitters in minor league baseball out, Tristan Casas, who will be going to the Olympics tomorrow. Well, he'll go to Cary, North Carolina first to train with the team for a day, as this one roped foul into the Fightin's bullpen, and he'll stay alive. So they go to North Carolina, they train with the team for a little bit, and then they will shoot off to Tokyo for the Olympic Games. The firework men from International Fireworks in Douglasville are out setting up in left field. They've been there since about 5:30. They set up these fireworks, which is pretty incredible. The wind now shifting a little bit right to left as the lefty Casas steps into the batter's box. Morales with his glove at his face. Now he'll kick and fire. The payoff pitch is low, and Casas will walk this time down to first. The last 2 times he saw punch-outs. And with 1 out, a runner on for Devlin Granberg. Granberg batting .323 coming into this game. Now down to 313 going 0-2. And Hennigan is warming for Reading. And I believe they'll give Morales this entire inning unless he gets into some trouble. The first offering up the third baseline, a diving Gamboa from his butt to second, over to first. It'll get past Stokes, but covering well is Connolly. He's able to get it. So they'll get the lead runner out, although Granberg just going to reach on a fielder's choice. And an impressive defensive play by Gamboa. And a nice backup by Connolly. Doesn't allow any extra offense to occur for the Sea Dogs. So just a fielder's choice there in the book for Hudson Potts, now the designated hitter. But great for Gamboa to stop that at the hot corner and then make a good throw over to second from a sitting down position. Pretty incredible. And now with the runner on, here's Hudson Potts, the righty, stepping into the batter's box. Taking a lead off of first is Granberg. And here's the offering, a swinging strike. 0-2 now to Potts. Takes some time before he steps into the batter's box. And instead, it's outside, 1-2. Morales has held himself together real well here as he tries to get through 6. Takes a deep breath, pitching from the stretch here with a nice lead from Granberg. He's going to step off the base, just trying to let him know he's looking at him, although he's got his back to him. He's going to stay together. And coming home again in the dirt is Morales. Good stop by Conley behind the plate. Really seen some good action there. He hasn't allowed anything to get behind him. And the runner on first with 2 outs. Here's the offering, a roller foul up the third baseline, and will stick around with the 2-2 count. Potts hanging in there, just a walk and a strikeout in today's contest. Lots of energy here from the fans as Morales looks to get out of this inning cleanly. Going was Granberg, but this one sent sky high. Brito coming back, but it's going to be Stott who calls him off and makes the catch kind of in shallow right center field. But either way, gets the job done, and yet again, Morales will strand one on the base pass here in the top of the 6th as we head into the bottom half. Reading still with their 1-0 lead.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year, and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an R-Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
For the R-Phils, the second baseman, number 12, Daniel Brito.
Well, Daniel Brito is going to lead us off here in the bottom of the 6th inning as we head back to the top of the Fightin's order. Brito 1 for 2 today, and they will send Cutter Crawford back on the mound. No one warming in their bullpen. We did see Hennigan for a bit, but honestly, Morales got himself out of trouble. He is, though, at 89 pitches, so most likely we will see Hennigan or somebody else coming out of the bullpen for Morales. Brito takes a ball and a strike here. The Fightin's ahead by just a run, and that was from Gamboa's inside the Parker back in the 2nd. The Fightins have had 2 more hits since then, one from Brito and a double from Bonifacio as he sends a liner foul up the first base side. It is 1-2. Taking his time now is Crawford. Although Brito in the box, here's the 1-2. It's downstairs in the dirt, and it is 2-2. Infield back deep here to Daniel Brito. Outfield is as well. He's got a number of extra base hits. 23 out of 65, and he'll strike out on a high fastball, now high 80s from Crawford, and that's one away now for Bryson Stott. Stott, another one for extra base hits. 33% of his hits are more than just a single. And he'll head up 0 for 2 today, though. Crawford deals, and lefties usually have a better time, so we'll see if Stott's able to come together. Bonifacio on deck. Stott chases a pitch upstairs. He hits 94 this time, and he's down 0-2. And here's the 0-2 offering. Stott pokes it the other way. Foul, though, and he'll keep that count. Lots of foul balls from Bryson Stott. When you see a liner that has that much on it, that means that, you know, he's making good contact. He's making solid contact, maybe just swinging a little bit late, so he's just getting the end of the bat and just poking it foul. And here's the 0-2 again outside. He holds himself. Glove at the face here. The 1-2 now. And Stott does it again, just swinging a tad bit late there, but he'll keep himself alive. And we'll go again. It's a big debate going on Twitter today that if you face DeGrom, Jacob DeGrom, Cy Young winner, for 1,000 pitches, would you get a hit off of him? He's been, you know, the best pitcher now for 2 or so years. This year has been absolutely incredible, and it's tough. You know, in the past, he hasn't had a ton of run support from the Mets, but this year he has had some good ones as Stott fouls it back. It is 2-2. And a lot of guys say, you know, a lot of these they were talking to the all-star players at the game, and they were saying, you know, what do you feel about hitting DeGrom? And, you know, they say if you don't strike out, if you at least make contact, that's considered a solid at-bat, as Stott fouls one back into the net home plate. You know, just try to put it in play against him and hope for the best. And a lot of guys saying, you know, a regular person, if they faced 1,000 pitches from DeGrom, would they ever get a base hit? And I don't think so. I think people underrate how difficult he is. If these major leaguers, you know, get a hit from him once every 20 at-bats or so, you know, if he's got a ERA in the ones, then major leaguers are not getting hits off him. So what makes a regular person on Twitter, all these keyboard warriors, thinking they're going to get hits off of DeGrom? And I feel the same way about Zach Wheeler as Stott strikes out swinging. You know, he's been absolutely incredible this season. I would say in the hunt for the Cy Young on the National League side, if he can keep it going. And here's Jorge Bonifacio now with 2 outs. It's tough to face him as well, especially this season. It's really been action-packed. downstairs to Bonifacio 1-0. A really great at-bat put together by Bryson Stott. Saw a ton of pitches. 10 pitches. A lot of guys don't get that far, but he was battling as Hennigan starting to warm up once again in the righty bullpen. And here's the 1-1. Bonifacio takes a ball, and it's 2-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. The Fightins looking to get some insurance runs here over the Portland Sea Dogs as we get into the kind of the back half of this game. And he sends one foul, so we'll stay alive. 2-2. Fans are making some noise here at the ballpark. An exciting pitcher's duel for them in today's contact. And he holds up, but it's called strike 3, and he knew it as Crawford strikes out the side in the bottom of the 6th. That's a pretty interesting way to carry yourself through this game. And as the Fightins come to bat, though, in the bottom, or excuse me, as the Sea Dogs come to bat here in the top of the 7th, the Fightins will still retain their 1-0 lead.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Well, a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen here in the top of the 7th. Morales passes the ball over to Jonathan Hennigan here as Morales' day is done. A really quality start for the righty. Very, very impressive work as he gets the team through 6 innings of work, 1 hit, no runs on the board, walked 4, and struck out 5 on a total of 89 pitches, and he's really been able to carry himself through these last few games and take us deep into them. He'll pass the ball over to Hennigan. A line drive ropes just fair up the left field line, going for 2 is Pareda. He's going to hold up there, and a double to lead off the top of the 2nd for the Portland Sea Dogs. Now the Fightins only have a 1-run lead here as we get into the back half of the game, so they're going to have to work hard to preserve it. And hopefully can get out of this inning clean, get back up to bat. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald now, 0 for 2 today, with a runner on second though and nobody out. And he fouls off his first pitch. Manager Corey Wimberly over the third base coach. So he's over there up the third base line, not anywhere near the coach's box. I would say right now he's closer to home plate on the third base line than he is to third, as he is really ready to wave down Pareda. The ball gets by Connolly, but he picks it up quickly, and although Pareda was coming off a second, he's going to go back, and Connolly able to grab it quickly. One now. The lefty to the lefty gets him to chase in the dirt, and he's got him 1-2. Hennigan has been pretty solid in relief for the Fightin Phils as of late. The lefty usually called upon for the 7th and 8th, usually kind of the middle to back end of the bullpen. His last outing, 1 clean inning of work, struck out 2. And he gets Fitzgerald to pop up. It's going to be deep to right field. Going back on the run is Steven. He makes the catch, and tagging up and going to third is Pareda. So that's out number 1, but the runner, the tying run, is on third base now for Tanner Nishioka. Hennigan's really settled in over these last few weeks. And he's 9 for 16 in scoreless appearances, so that is 56% of the time he comes out. He works a scoreless outing, and he'll send a first pitch ball into Nishioka. The lefty kicks and fires a called strike, and he evens it out 1-1. Now the runner on third taking a pretty good lead. Wimberly back behind third now, as he'll get a better vantage point for the runner. And Hennigan deals a ground ball to third. It's a sliding stop by Gamboa. He'll hold on to it for a bit and then send it over to first, and a great play to hold on to it so that the runner at third doesn't advance and then gets the quick out at first. There are 2 away. We've seen some really solid defensive plays in the field, sliding on that infield grass and then getting up, remaining composed, and making the throw across the diamond. That's 2 outs as the runner remains on third. And here's Grant Williams now, 0 for 2 today. Would be pretty big for the Fightins to get out of this inning. Still in the lead, and swings at the first pitch, a chopper to second, 4-3, and that'll do it. A leadoff double is stranded on the base pass by Hennigan, and he comes in relief and gets the job done, much to the cheers of the Fightin Phils fans. We're going to take a short break for the 7th inning stretch. You do so at home, and we'll be back for the Fightins to bat in the bottom half.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin Phils mascot band. Regular game tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R-Phils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin Phils fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightins mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at FirstEnergy Stadium, the Stadium's 61 dugout suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, Your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
Well, after a very exciting top of the 7th, we'll have another call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen as Cutter Crawford hands over the ball to Durbin Feltman now, a righty here from Conroe, Texas, drafted in the 3rd round back in 2018. He's had some Double-A experience back in 2019, but he's going to face the heart of the Fightin's order with Stokes, Steven, and Gamboa. Now Gamboa scoring the only run of this ball game here and now. Crawford, a fantastic game with a fantastic last 2 innings where he got the Fightins down 1-2-3. But he did give up that 1 run on 3 hits, 6 innings of work. He did 87 pitches and struck out 8 Fightins batters. No walks on the day. But the Fightin Phils holding on to that 1-run lead for dear life here as we get into the back half of the game. Bottom of the 7th inning, so we can relax a little bit as the team gets to bat. And great day here at the ballpark as we're playing baseball under the lights. Can still see that mountain range in the back just a little bit. But a beautiful night with some great supportive fans here at the ballpark. And here is Madison Stokes now. We'll see if they can eat into the reliever at all. Hennigan got the job done in the top half. And we'll see if Madison Stokes can get anything here. Takes a first pitch strike. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikes. And the wind still pushing straight out to center field. The righty kicks and fires home, and it's outside. Loud motorcycle in the background of FirstEnergy Stadium as Stokes pops one foul. It is 1-2. Durbin Feltman, the righty, had 43 relief appearances for Portland back in 2019 with a 5.26 ERA. This is the highest level he's been to. He holds righty to a 198 batting average as Stokes goes down swinging for the 3rd time today. And here's Josh Steven now with one away. Steven has flew out to center both times today as well. Feltman as rated as having one of the best fastballs and secondary pitches in the Red Sox system, a product of Texas Christian University. He was a closer there, usually back of the bullpen guy for the Red Sox affiliate. And here's the first offering to Steven. It is a strike. Now the Fightins are warming up someone in their bullpen. Usually we see Hennigan for about an inning, got a clean outing of work, and most likely will hand the ball over to somebody else. And Steven takes a pitch downstairs. It's 1-1. Going around the affiliates again, Buffalo a 5-2 lead over the Iron Pigs there in the top of the 5th. And Jersey Shore leads Brooklyn 7-1. Now I didn't get to mention this the first time around, but Carlos Carrasco was rehabbing for Brooklyn. He's now with the Mets organization. Pitched 2 innings of work, just gave up 1 hit to Vito Friscia, who we saw here in Reading for just 1 day. And he struck out 2 batters, so Carlos Carrasco starting for Brooklyn, but it is Jersey Shore who has the lead 7-1 in the top of the 7th. Poking it foul is Steven. He'll keep with his 2-2 count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And Clearwater, a 3-run lead over Dunedin. They're in the top of the 6th. And of course, no MLB games going on today. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. And the offering chased by Steven, and it'll be strike number 3. Back-to-back Ks from Feltman here in relief, and it's Archimedes Gamboa now 1 of 3 hits and the only run on the board today. The Sea Dogs no runs on 2 hits. Nobody's made an error in the field, and with 2 outs now in the bottom of the 7th, it's Archimedes Gamboa who's up. First pitch strike to Gamboa. The righty Feltman squats all the way down, then stands very tall. His left leg kicks and fires home, and another strike. Gamboa's down 0-2 here. And Feltman deals. Gamboa stays alive. He'll foul it back into the stands, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Lots of baseball left at FirstEnergy Stadium this season, and even this week, 3 more games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tonight through Saturday, there'll be fireworks at the ballpark, post-game, some post-game concerts as well. And then Sunday's game, a nice day game, 2:15 start here at FirstEnergy Stadium, as Gamboa takes a pitch upstairs. There's a bobblehead giveaway on Sunday as well. It's that Screwball Snowman bobble. And Gamboa now with a 1-2 count, looking to make something for Reading once again. The offer by Feltman. Downstairs, a good frame there by Pareda behind the plate, but doesn't get the call he's looking for from Jimenez, so we'll have to do it again. Infield back deep here to Gamboa with the wind pushing out from center. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and it's outside. He's worked himself back to a full count now. Feltman, the payoff pitch. Gamboa gets it with the barrel of the bat, but towards the end, and he pokes it foul into the 67 club, so we'll do it one more time. Morales tacking on another 5 strikeouts to his belt today. And downstairs, so Gamboa is going to take a walk down to first. He'll be on base for the 2nd time today, and the Fightins have a runner on now with 2 outs for Grenny Kumana. Kumana looking for his first hit in this season after just coming to Reading on the 13th, and today his first ball game. Kumana pokes it the other way. It's going to drop. Gamboa hustling around second. We've seen a score. He's going to score. It's all the way into the corner. Kumana going for third. It's going to be a run-scoring triple as he dives in, and he's out at third. But I believe the run will score beforehand anyways. And Kumana with some hustle. He'll still get some knuckles from Sean Williams as Gamboa crosses the plate. And it is 2-0 Reading here on a bang-bang play. Gamboa with some hustle And Kumana going for the triple. So he won't have his, well, I think it'll be double. They're going to go with double. So he does get his first hit here in Double-A in the season, and a double out on the throw coming from the right fielder. But the Fightins add an insurance run. It is Reading 2, Portland 0 as we go into the top of the 8th.
The Acme Distribution Center in Denver, Pennsylvania is hiring warehouse positions now. Attend Acme's Job Fair Wednesday, July 14th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 500 South Muddy Creek Road in Denver, Pennsylvania. Starting rate of $19.30 per hour, including premiums. Potential first-year earnings of over $50,000. Acme offers industry-leading benefit packages with family coverage and a $2,500 retention bonus. Hiring this Wednesday, July 14th. To learn more or register, go to hiringeventdenverpa.com. Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
Now batting for the Sea Dogs, the center fielder number 11, Jason Rosario.
Well, a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen as Hennigan will hand the ball over to Anaures Zabala here for the top of the 8th. And Granny Kumana with an RBI double scoring Gamboa. The Fightin' Phils lead 2-0 over the Sea Dogs as we get into the back of this game. And Zabala sends a change to Rosario back to the top of the Sea Dogs order. A 1-0 count. Portland, no runs on 2 hits. Reading, 2 runs on 4 hits. A very close ball game as we get into the back half. And upstairs is Zabala, 2-0. The final line coming in on Hennigan. 1 inning of work, just 1 hit, nothing else across the board. A pretty clean and quick frame. And he does it all on 10 pitches. Zabala kicks and fires a called strike now, 2-1 to Rosario. Rosario reaching on a walk, otherwise flew out to to left twice is what I'm trying to say here. Three balls, 1 strike. Zabala kicks and fires to Rosario, and he's going to walk him as the leadoff guy heads to first. With nobody out, the Sea Dogs have a runner on, and here is Castellanos. With a runner on now, Zabala facing Castellanos today. 1 for 3. He'll get a first pitch strike. 98 on the radar gun. He's got some heat to him. We've seen him reach triple digits this season, but just has struggled with command a little bit. So we'll see how well he can hold it together now. Fightin's holding their lead late in the game here. And Zabala gets him to chase with a change, goes from 98 to 82. Can't imagine what that looks like from Castellanos, who has to kind of take a walk and try to cool himself off. And is 0-2 count now with a runner on first. Nobody out. The righty sets up. He'll put his left leg back. Then he'll kick and fire home as Castellano chases again. Low and away. That's out number one. A swinging strikeout from Zabala. And one away now with a runner on first for Tristan Casas. This could possibly be his last bat here before heading off to the Olympics, where he'll play for Team USA. A couple of roster moves for sure in the works for Portland tomorrow, but we'll get there when we get there. Zabala checking in on the runner behind him. Rosario at first. The righty obviously can't see him. Now will set up, kind of bending over just so slightly. He'll kick and fire home. And it's a first pitch called strike. Great grab there by Conley behind the plate. He didn't grab at the ball, I should say. He received the ball, allowed it to come into his glove, and simultaneously moving it up just a tear. And it's outside there, 1-1. Runner on first, one away now. In the top of the eighth, the Fightins lead by 2. And it's way inside to Casas. He backs off. All right, 2-2 now. Two balls, one strike here. Zabala kicks and fires home, and it's sent up the left side of the infield into the outfield, and suddenly the Sea Dogs threatening for the first time tonight. They've got runners on first and second, and just one away. A nice poke there by Casas to get it through the gap, and now there's 2 on here for Granberg, who has been a force on Tuesday. Yesterday, he had the day off. But on Tuesday, a 3-hit day for Granberg with a run scored and an RBI to his name. Zabala is going to have to get himself out of this jam now. The Fightins only have a 2-run lead as we get into the back half of this game. Of course, they will have the opportunity to bat last. Zabala looks kind of over the third base way now. He'll turn his head back, come home. This one sent foul. It's going to be in the plaza. And that foul ball is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Insurance Fraud Prevention Authority. Only weasels commit insurance fraud. Visit don'tbeaweasel.com. Taking his time to get back in the box is Granberg. Both the runners taking a pretty sizable lead, but the Fightin Phil's sitting back a little bit, looking for a double play ball here. Although Brito kind of keeping an eye on Rosario on second, but Zabala's going to come home, and he gets Granberg to make weak contact, fouls it back, 0-2. And with another strike, Zabala can get 2 outs here, feel a little bit more comfortable. But right now, there's 2 runners on and just 1 away. An 0-2 count to Granberg. He looks back at the runner on second, but he's going to come home. And he stays alive again. Granberg working on his timing. This time, he's a little bit closer. but still it fouls back 0-2. Just really late to the pitch because he's making hard contact, but he's swinging underneath it. And he gets him to chase, and they're trying to get the strike him out, throw him out as Connolly goes down to second. Brito with the tag, but it's just not in time to Rosario, the crowd booing. They wanted all of that, and it was really great throw there by Connolly. Just Rosario able to dive back in time. But 2 away now, both on strikeouts. And now it'll be Hudson Potts with 2 on and 2 outs. Conley stepping out a little bit to give the signs, and the Fightin' Phils trying to get out of the top of the 8th clean here at FirstEnergy Stadium and hold on to their 2-run lead. Zabala looks back at second. Now he's going to come home. Potts takes a pitch downstairs. Zabala comes home, gets a swinging strike out of Potts, and it's 1-1. Seems like he goes with a high heat fastball and then immediately with the change kind of fooling the batter. We'll see what he does here again. Zabala looks back at second. Now he's going to come home again. This one's in the dirt. Nice block by Conley. Potts 0 for 2 today with a walk back in the second. But he's been held pretty tight by the Fightin' Phils here in this entire series, though a top prospect for the Red Sox. Potts, 22 years old on the younger side here. He'll chase another pitch, this one 99 on the gun from Zabala, and he's got him down 2-2. Potts, the number 24 prospect, talked earlier in the series about how he played with Tatis, who's only 22, now tearing it up in the big leagues for the Padres. Zabala looking for his final strike. Here's the 2-2. It's in the dirt. Good block there by Conley. And now it's a full count. This is going to be a big pitch by Zabala. Either he gets out of the inning or he loads the bases, or quite possibly worse. But seems like he's got solid command today. Haven't seen anything too wild, although he did walk the first batter he saw, but we'll see if he can get the job done. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the offering. The runners are going. Sent out to right center field, tracking back, and a 3-run home run by Hudson Potts puts the Portland Sea Dogs on top 3-2 here. And Zabala giving up a 3-run home run right now in the top of the 8th. The Sea Dogs strike for their first runs today, all 3 of them at once. And they lead Reading 3-2 here in the top of the 8th. Still 2 outs for Zabala. That is just the 5th home run of the season by Hudson Potts. And a tough way for Zabala down to his final strike, and that was kind of the or worse that I was talking about. So with 2 outs, he'll face Johnny Pareda, who fouls one back. Brian Marconi is warming in the pen for the Fightin' Phils. I don't know if they'll go with him if the team is losing. Maybe they still will for the 9th, since they have the opportunity to bat in the bottom half. He's usually kind of a save situation guy, but maybe they'll see what happens at the bottom of the 8th as well. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Sea Dogs, 2 runs on 4 hits for the Phils, and they were leading up until a minute ago. Zabala still looking for that final out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the offering to Pareda, and it's inside. And a called strike now to Paredes. So once again, down to his final strike here as he tries to get out of the top of the 8th. And this one sent to left field, should be playable by Kumana coming over on the run. He makes the catch, and that'll retire it for the Fightin' Phils, but a 3-run home run from Hudson Potts puts the Portland Sea Dogs on top here as we head into the bottom of the 8th. The Fightins are now the ones who are playing catch-up here in this ball game as they trail by just a run.
Shots Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Now coming into the game from the Alberta University Golden Wolves bullpen, Sea Dogs pitcher number 18, Rio Gomez. Now batting for the Phils, the designated hitter.
Well, the Fightins are going to have some work to do as Portland has a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen here for the bottom of the 8th. Reading is down by a run after a 3-run home run by Hudson Potts in the top half. The Fightins were leading this entire game. Now they'll have some work to do, but a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen as Feltman hands the ball over to Rio Gomez here for the bottom of the 8th. Gomez deals his first strike to Colby Fitch. It's outside for a ball. Feltman's final line: 1 inning of work, 1 hit, 1 run. He also walked a batter and struck out 2 on a total of 18 pitches. Gomez taking over here sends another one outside to Fitch. Now you may recognize the name Rio Gomez as his father, Pedro Gomez, was a really highly well-respected, well-touted reporter for ESPN. Has worked in baseball pretty much his entire career and unfortunately passed away unexpectedly back in 2021, early 2021 in February. He was only 58 years old, so our condolences go out to the Gomez family and Rio, who's on the mound here tonight. Gomez was a really big supporter of his sons playing baseball, always, cheering them on, going to their games, and was really excited to watch his son's journey through the Boston Red Sox organization. Pedro had covered 25 World Series, 20 All-Star games in his 35 years So a lot of baseball tonight, ESPN studio shows and Sports Center. And Rio now continuing on the legacy of baseball in the Gomez family, a pitcher for the Double-A Red Sox. 3 balls and 1 strike here to Fitch. He'll send it up the middle. A diving Nishioka comes up with it, but as he tries to make the throw, slips and falls back. And so Fitch is going to reach. They'll tell me if that's a hit. That is a base hit officially for Colby Fitch as he put the wheels on there and makes it down to first. And that is that will be the tying run that's now on first. Jack Connolly representing the go-ahead run for Reading. Conley stepping into the righty batter's box to face the lefty Gomez. And with Fitch over on first, Fitch actually has 3 stolen bases for the team. Conley showing signs of bunt, but he pulls back. It's a called strike anyways. So Fitch has 3 stolen bases, team high is 4. Would not be surprised if he tried to make his way into scoring position. Conley will see if he shows signs of bunt again. But instead, Gomez is going to check on Fitch over at first. Now, Gomez started the season in Greenville, but then was transferred to the Portland roster back on May 19th. Typically a back of the bullpen guy, but seeing a lot of success here in Double-A. Runner on first for Reading, nobody out. Here's the 0-1 to Conley. He takes it upstairs, and it's 1-0. Gomez sets up, glove at the waist. He looks over at first. Now he's going to come home. It's going to be up the middle. It's going to be 2 as the second baseman Nishioka fields it right behind second, steps on the bag and fires over to first. That's a real unlucky play there for the Fightin' Phils as they erase the runners on the base pass, and now they have 2 outs for Daniel Brito back to the top of the order. Although they're only down a run, everything could be changed in just 1 pitch. Brito takes 2 consecutive strikes. He's down 0-2. He does have a hit on the day, but otherwise a pair of Ks. And the Fightins are down by a run here in the bottom of the 8th. Gomez kicks and fires. Brito pops it off with the top of his bat. And still has an 0-2 count now. Infield back deep here to Brito. Pretty much everybody on that outfield grass edge. The 0-2 coming in, a called strike 3, and I'll head back to the dugout. The Fightin' Phils can't capitalize here in the bottom of the 8th, so Portland will start off the top of the 9th with a run lead, and Reading will be forced to bat in the bottom of the 9th. We'll take a short break and be back for more baseball in just a second.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today. The Our Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on ourphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
The third baseman, number 22, Ryan Fitzgerald.
A call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen is issued for the top of the ninth as Zabala will hand off the ball to Fightin' Phil's closer, Brian Marconi. He'll look for a clean inning of work so he can get his team back to bat as they trail by just a run in the last inning of this ball game. Marconi, 1 ball, 1 strike here to Ryan Fitzgerald. The final line on Zabala, 1 inning of work, 2 hits, 3 runs. That came off that 3-run home run by Hudson Potts, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts, and he does it on 27 pitches. Marconi with a team high 7 strikeouts. That's actually good for 3rd in the league. And he was the closing leg on that no-hitter. Marconi, 2 balls, 1 strike to Fitzgerald, and he'll send a liner into left field. A diving Kumana comes up with it. Wow, as he rolls right into it in left field, grabs the ball and secures it safely in his glove. That was a Sports Center top 10 play, and out number 1 here in the top of the 9th. Now for Tanner Nishioka. Nishioka takes a first pitch strike. Oh for 3 today he is. Nishioka swings and misses 90 from Marconi. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Just outside. The Fightins wanted that call, but they didn't get it, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he comes inside, he hits him in the elbow, and down to first goes Nishioka. There's a runner on, and 1 out for Williams. Don't see that often from Marconi. He does come up and in sometimes, but typically not that much, so definitely an accidental there. And heading up now, Grant Williams also 0 for 3 today. Going to second, Conley, the throw down, it's perfect. Here's the tag, but he's safe as Stott tags him kind of in the back. It was a close call. Stott kind of arguing with the umpire, but he's going to say he's safe, so a stolen base will get Nishioka into scoring position now with just one out, but it was a strike from Marconi. Firework men getting the job done out in left field. Looks like they're all set up for the show to begin post-game. Coming home as Marconi bounces in the dirt. Conley keeps it in front of him, and it is 1-1. Marconi kicks and fires outside, and it's 2-1. He's trying to get Williams to chase, the lefty batter, but he's not going for it just yet. This one over to the pitcher. Marconi seems like they've got him in a rundown, and they're going to catch up the runner. And I think that went 1-4-5, and Gamboa made the tag on the lead-off runner. So out goes Nishioka as Williams makes his way to second. 1-6-5, they tell me. He got the leadoff runner out. And Williams, a fielder's choice, to first, and then advances on the throw, or the play, I should say, to second. So there is a runner on second, but 2 outs now as we go back to the top of the order with Rosario. 2 walks in today's contest. This pitch in the dirt. Conley does a good job of stopping it. 2 balls, no strikes to Rosario. Marconi's got a little wiggle room, but trying not to let up a run as the Fightins only trail by 1 and still do have the bottom of the 9th to bat. Marconi gets a called strike to the lefty batter Rosario, and it's 2-1. After, if he doesn't get him out, he'll have to face Castellanos. Hopefully he does. And Wimberly back in that spot, closer to home plate, really well far out of the third base coach's box, in a position he thinks is best to wave his runner around. 2 balls, 1 strike comes in. And he doesn't get the call. The fan's not happy, and it's 3-1 here to Rosario. And he'll walk him down to first, so now there'll be 2 runners on. And 2 outs for Marconi. Here's Pedro Castellanos.
The left fielder, number 24, Pedro Castellanos.
First pitch downstairs. 1-0 to Castellanos. Marconi usually works pretty quickly and cleanly. As I said earlier, leads the team in ERA 270 and has kind of fallen into the closing role for Reading. This one, a fly ball to center field coming in. Bonifacio should be able to make the catch, and he does. And another scoreless inning for Brian Marconi in relief. Gets in a jam, but he gets out of it. And he gets the job done as he strands 2 runners on the base paths. And the Fightin' Phils looking to rally here as they go down by a run into the bottom of the 9th in front of a home crowd at FirstEnergy Stadium.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vis Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an our Phils game, great food, music, entertainment, and so much more here at the ballpark. The team will play as the Los Luchadores and will be wearing their Los Luchadores de Reading Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive deals.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
Well, as we head into the bottom of the 9th, the Fightin' Phils are down by a run. And it is Dominic Lobruto who comes on the mound to take the bottom of the 9th. Bryson Stott's going to lead us off. Swings at the first pitch he sees. It's going to be foul whether or not there's some room, and it stays fair as it is caught by the left fielder Castellanos. There's one away. Here's Jorge Bonifacio. The Fightins have 2 outs here to make something happen. They're down by a run. Bonifacio 1 for 3 today with a double. And he's looked good. Just got to keep it going here for Reading. And he takes a first pitch ball from Lobruto. They say his slider has been working really incredible for him. We'll see if he goes to that, if he ever gets to 2 strikes on any of these Fightin' Phils batters. Bonifacio looking to tie things up here in the bottom of the 9th. We've seen a lot of walk-offs to Reading. He's going to have a base hit as it's going to drop in right center field. And the tying run is out on first as Jorge Bonifacio has himself another 2-hit day in this series. And now it's Madison Stokes with 1 out. And the crowd is roaring for the Reading Fightin' Phils. The lefty, Labruto, steps in to face the righty, Stokes. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. It's in the dirt. And Pareda pops up, but Gamboa paying attention, able to get back to the bag. Labruto is in his 2nd year in Double-A with Portland, although back in 2019 did see a lot of time with the High A Salem. In his last outing, he went 1 inning of work, just 1 hit and 1 strikeout on the board. And he'll deal. It'll get past the catcher, but Bonifacio stays at first. And Pareda made a good stop, so it didn't get all the way to the backstop. The tying run over on first, Bonifacio being held on by Casas. So if Stokes can poke it the opposite way, huge gap between first and second as Nishioka shaded more toward the bag. And he'll take a pitch on the inside. That is 3 balls, no strikes here as Madison Stokes looks to stay out in front. Looking for his first time on the base pass today. Fightins are down by just a run here in the bottom of the 9th. Against Harrisburg, we saw them walk it off twice in the bottom of the 9th. And Stokes takes a first strike on the outside corner. With a 3-0 count, you're not obligated to swing if it's not your pitch. Actually, you're most likely better off taking unless you know you could jam it up over the wall. Labruto kicks and fires home. Stokes swing and a miss. And now Labruto was behind 3-0. He's got him tied up with a full count. Runner on first. And Stokes stays alive, and he fouls it back into the net behind home plate. Man, he wanted all of that. Stokes has had 8 home runs, all of them at FirstEnergy Stadium this season. And now would be a great time for number 9. But anything will do here to keep the Fightins rolling as they're down by a run. And that tying run is over on first. Leaning over, Labruto, getting his sign from Pareda, the catcher. Now he'll stand tall, the lefty, glove at his head. He's going to pitch from the stretch, and he'll kick and fire home to Stokes, and he gets a piece of it, fouling it back, so he'll get to go again. 7 pitches here to Madison Stokes as he stays alive. Labruto, out of Florida, was a 18th round pick back in 2017, but has made big strides for the organization, especially this year. Stokes in the righty batter's box. A runner on first, 1 out, and here's the payoff pitch. Upstairs, Stokes will walk to first, and the Fightin' Phils have the go-ahead run on the base pass now, along with the tying run, and with just 1 out, it's Josh Steven. Now, Steven has walked us off last week in the bottom of the 9th. He also had a walk-off home run for the Fightins back in 2018. So this will be a big moment for Steven with 2 runners on and just 1 out. And, of course, the Sea Dogs are going to have a meeting at the mound as the pitching coach Lance Carter comes out. And all of the infielders do as well. Now, the last time when the Fightins had the bases loaded yesterday, they got a visit from Lance Carter, and they were able to strike out the side and not allow any runs across. But the Fightin' Phils looking to strike here. See what kind of plan Lance Carter gives the Sea Dogs. But there are 2 runners on, the tying run and the go-ahead run, with 1 out for Josh Steven. Big rally moment here for Reading, and they've got a crowd in support. Official attendance report thanks to PSECU. It is 4,477 here at the ballpark. And thanks to PSECU for presenting tonight's attendance report, the largest credit union in Pennsylvania. And here's the first offering outside to Steven. Now all the Fightin's got to do really is tie it up here. Obviously would love a walk-off, but at least get that first run across first. Labruto kicks and fires home. Steven holds off on a pitch upstairs. He's got a really good eye lately. 2 balls, no strikes. And runners on first and second, of course. Labruto does have a base open, but probably doesn't want to let to get at that point. The Fightin's, of course, looking to take advantage of that if they can. And the lefty setting up. Kicks and fires home. Steven pokes it foul. It's going to end up in the street. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike now. Bonifacio out on second. Stokes over at first. There's 1 out here as the Fightin's are looking to walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th, or at the very least tie it up. And the lefty Labruto stands tall. Comes home with the 2-1 to Steven. It's upstairs. He holds off, and it's 3-1. The crowd roaring here at the ballpark. They'd love to see some late night action happen. The catcher, Pareda, setting up right down the middle. Here's the 3-1. Steven chases on a pitch that would have definitely been a ball, but he gets a piece of it, and it's 3-2. Stays alive. The Fightin's trail by just a run here in this ball game. Been pretty evenly matched. A pitcher's duel to start it off, although the Fightin's with a commanding 2-0 lead. And then a 3-run homer for the Sox puts them right back in. The 3-2 pitch. It's a called strike 3 on the inside to Steven, and he's going to have to head back to the dugout. So the Fightin's are down to their final out, and there's not anyone they'd probably rather have these days than Archimedes Gamboa, who has been pretty incredible. With Bonifacio on second and Stokes on first, Gamboa, the key to this puzzle with 2 outs now. We saw him walk it off last Saturday night. Or Friday night, I believe, actually. Friday night, it was Landon who did it on Saturday. But we'll see if he could do it again with 2 runners on and 2 outs. The first offering to Gamboa inside, he holds off. Infield backing up here. Labruto leans over, he gets the call he's looking for. Gamboa holds off, this time a called strike at the knees. Gamboa pokes it foul, and suddenly the Fightin's are down to their final strike in the bottom of the 9th inning as they look to keep this game going. And here's the 1-2 to Gamboa. He'll go down Nope, get a piece of it and foul it back, so he stays alive in this ball game. A big moment for Archimedes Gamboa. And he slices it up the third baseline, but it's foul, so we'll go again with the 1-2 count. Bonifacio on second, Stokes on first, and now the catcher, Pareda, coming out here. He's seen Gamboa all game. Gamboa with that inside the park home run and a walk has scored both runs for the Fightin' Phils in today's contest and has one of their 6 hits. And here's the 1-2 again to Gamboa. This time it's upstairs, and he holds off. Two runners on, 2 outs here. The Fightins trail by 1 in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the 2-2. Gamboa, a deep ball to short. Is he going to reach? He is, and he keeps the rally going for Reading here. They've got the bases loaded and 2 outs. And man, that was a slow roller deep in the hole at short. A base hit for Archimedes Gamboa, and the crowd is going wild. And it's all on Grenny Kumana now with the bases loaded. His first game back as an R-Phil here. And wow, this is a big moment for Reading as they're looking to tie it up. Three runners on, 2 outs. The Fightins trail by a run, and Kumana takes a first pitch strike. Portland 3 runs on 4 hits. Reading 2 runs on 7 hits. There's been no errors in the field today. Labruto is on the mound. Bonifacio on third. Stokes on second. Gamboa on first. And Kumana with an 0-1 count on the plate. Here's the offering. It's a slow roller, but it's foul. And he's 0-2 down to his final strike. The crowd invested here at the ballpark. Their rally caps on here in the bottom of the 9th as Reading looks to tie up this ball game. 3 runners on, 2 outs, and Bonifacio pushing over at third, looking to go. The 0-2 to Kumana. He ropes it up the third baseline, but it's foul, and we'll get to go again. Reading looking to take one for the Portland Sea Dogs after dropping the first 2 games. A big moment here at the ballpark as the Fightins looking to continue this rally here in the bottom of the 9th. We are all looking forward to some action here. Reading down by a run, and the bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Labruto kicks and fires to Kumana, and he strikes out swinging as Labruto elated over his save here in the ball game. Reading drops to Portland Sea Dogs 3-2 in this ball game, although a great contest for Reading. For Francisco Morales with 6 quality innings of work, and Gamboa with his inside the park home runs. But the Fightins fall to the Sea Dogs 3-2. Game number 4 of the series tomorrow at 7:05 here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Fans, thanks for joining me.